Hi and welcome back to the Big Knit Energy YouTube channel. My name's Sammy and this is season 2, episode 2 of my knitting and spinning podcast. I am going to stop saying season 2 because it sounds silly to me and it feels like funny to say it, but yeah, I'm just going to continue with episode 3 next time and we'll carry on. This time I have 2 finished objects that I'm just going to show you pictures of because I've already mailed them. And I have a couple whips and some acquisitions, and we're just gonna hop into it. I do have, I got some of the mystery seconds bags from Spin Cycle, so I do have a metamorphic one and one of the regular ones to show you guys. I wanted to get the mystery boxes, but those sold out in like the first 4 minutes, I think. Something crazy like that, but yeah, so we're just gonna get started. My first finished object, I told you guys I wasn't gonna have it here, but it was, squeaky chair. It was some Hermione's Everyday Socks, knit in Hypnotic Yarn, Yarnable colorway Avocardio. Sorry. Yeah, anyways, it was Hypnotic Yarn Yarnable Hermione's Everyday Socks, and the main color was Avocardio, which I think is from a couple years ago. I really wish that these colorway labels on here would say what month and year it was from, but I have the contrast color here, which just matched the speckles in Avocardio perfectly, and this contrast color is Blue Christmas, and this is a last year colorway from Crafted by the Fates. So there's Blue Christmas. Really love how this worked up with it. And yeah, I'll have pictures inserted so that you guys can see what the finished socks looked like. I did wash them a bit too hot and I didn't use a color catch, so the blue bled a little bit around like the heel flap, but I think it's fine. They're socks. And then my next finished object is the Everything November mitts. And I'll be including like who the patterns are by and everything. So the Everything November mitts, this was my second pair. I'm working on my third pair already. But this was my second pair, and I knit them in Spin Cycle Nocturne in the colorway Moonflower. And it was an extra skein I had from my Illuminate sweater that I knit a couple years ago or a few years ago, which is too small for me. Yeah, so these ones are a birthday gift for my sister. I don't think she watches this or ever has watched it, so no harm in saying it there. So I'll put a picture of those. I think I had finished the first mitt except the thumb, and I was on the this part of the second mitt. There is a progress keeper in the photo so you can see where I was. Yeah, those are pretty quick to knit. It goes faster than a pair of socks. They're smaller than a pair of socks usually, unless you're knitting shorties, and I really like them. I think they're going to be a good gift. And in the spirit of talking about Everything November mitts, I have another pair to show you. So I am done with the first one completely. I just have to weave in the ends, and I'll show you it. So these ones are for my youngest niece. She is 14 maybe. But this is, I'm gonna grab the colorway band. Do I have it in here? Label. This is Fiona K yarn, and this is on her Stampede sock base, which is 85% superwash wool, 15% nylon, and this colorway is called Rest in Pieces Colin, and I really like this color. I like how it's knitting up. And where's the other one? here is the start of the second one. So I will put a progress keeper on this, and these will probably be done next time I film. Let's see, 14. Well, I guess I might have to film a couple days early so that I can show you guys stuff before I gift everything. So that is my second whip. Or sorry, my first whip. My second whip is, I think this is all I've worked on really. I have some crochet squares also to show you guys, but my second whip is the Woolens and Nosh. Is that what it is? Yeah, Woolens and Nosh 24 stripe Advent self-striping sock set. So if you don't want to be spoiled, don't look, but I think I'm only to like day 6 on one of the socks. I'm behind. So also, I kind of am thinking that everyone's skein started in different spots because I was watching Crafty Christina, and I believe she was knitting the same ones, and hers started different than mine. So anyways, here are the first 6 stripes of the Woolens and Nosh self-striping Advent. It came with a 30-gram mini in this black color, and then it starts each stripe with a black stripe so that you won't be spoiled until the actual next day. So once I hit black, I'll knit like 1 round of the black and then stop. And here I am still on day 5. I'm gonna have to do some math to figure out when to place the heel. I want to do a heel flap and gusset because I'll just wear it more. Last year I cut in some afterthought heels, I think, so I could get all 24 stripes, and I don't wear anything other than heel flap and gusset because I prefer the fit so much. But yeah, I'm gonna have to do some math and see, you know, how many rounds I'm gonna need in the leg in order to be able to fit the remaining of the 24 in the foot. So yes, I've got this in a Crafted by the Fates bag, fiber cult bag. It's really, really cute. So that's where I put my Advent stuff. And for crochet, I have some squares. So I have Avocardio, I have Blue Christmas, once I finished my socks, that's what I did. And then, oh, I think, pardon the sounds for a sec. Let's see, I'm trying to see what these all are. I have Tidal and Current Burger of the Month Club colorway right here. I have the Little Wolf Knits, A Boy Named Edward. We have, this one is Mace of Skeins Hellhounds. This one is a red, I don't know who it's by. This one is Bird Street Yarn Drunken Santa, I think. Yeah, Drunken Santa. So those are all my squares. I'll weave these ends in and then block them and then have them ready to add into my blanket. I probably won't add any rows to my blanket till after Christmas, and then do a couple. So, man, this is a loud chair. And that's it for whips and FOs. So we're gonna move into acquisitions. The first acquisition I have was a gift. I have a friend that I made at the Farmer's Daughters Fibers retreat, and she collects the Pacific Knit Co. doodle decks. And when we went and met Jamie Lomax, Jamie Lomax sent her the new decks so that they had like the new formatting, and so I got her old decks, and I only picked 2. She had like 4 or 5 that she was replacing, but I only picked 2 that for her to pass on to me, so she gave me these. So I'm gonna have to start a little collection of my own. I got the summer doodle card deck, which looks really cute. And then I got the Seattle one. And I really like the landscaping and the ferry boat on here. Here's those. Next up is, we did a sock swap in the Fiber Cult chat that I have. So this one is from Crafted by the Fates. I swear she always pulls my name. This one is called Goodbye Reality, and it's a DK weight, 8515. And this one is from Botanic Fiber Shop, and I really, really like this. She said, sorry for getting DK, but that it was very me coded, and she is correct. And I'm excited it's DK because now that I live somewhere cold, I'm going to need to get more DK socks on my needles. So I'll be working on DK socks soon. Alright, next up is, oops, I hope I didn't show an address. Next up is the last installment of the Fossil Fibers Passageway collection. And this is spinning fiber, so I'm gonna be quiet for a sec so I can take that out of the package and cut out the sound. Okay, so this is the Fossil Fibers colorway, and this one is called Home, and it's on Fine Polworth, which I'm really excited for. I've never felt Polworth quite this fluffy and soft. And ooh, it still smells kind of sheepy. Here it is. I noticed with this particular fiber club that Fossil Fibers is doing a lot of like fades. And I don't know if I would call it a fade necessarily, but like big color changes that are kind of gradual. So it is kind of fadey in my opinion, but I think most of the braids were like that. Very fun. And they just came out with a new, they announced what next year's Mystery Fiber Club is going to be themed off of, and it's going to be themed off of pies or pie fillings. So I really like that. And one thing they said is if you liked the Urukai colorway, which I have right here, I showed you this one last time I think, if you liked this colorway, and that you'll probably really like the pie fibers. So I don't know, I really want to sign up for it, but also I have so much fiber to spin, so I'm gonna try to resist. But that is that on other acquisitions, other than I have a countdown box that I'm going to show you guys. But first I'll show you the spin cycle seconds, the mystery seconds. Okay, so I'll show you the metamorphic one first. I am really excited for this one because I have a lot of DK weight patterns that I want to knit, and this happened to be in one of my favorite metamorphic colorways. So, and it does have a bunch of like kind of uneven bits, and I kind of like that because it looks more homemade. I like things that look hand spun. But this is metamorphic, and the colorway is gray lilac, so hopefully you guys can see that. I'll take one out in case there was a bunch of glare. So there is the skein, and it came with 3 of them, so I think that's like 1,200 yards because I think each one of these is 200 or 400 yards, my bad. But there is the colorway. I really like it. And then on the regular, I don't know why, it's just, yeah, the one that said seconds, which is a mix of like Trine or Dyed in the Wool or Nocturne, or what's the other one? Dream State. So it's 5 skeins, a mix of any of those, or it could be like exclusively all one thing. I got 3 skeins of Nocturne and 1 skein of Dyed in the Wool and 1 of Dream State. So in the Dream State color, which is over here, I got the colorway Test. In the Dyed in the Wool skein, which is right here, I got Standard Blues. In this Nocturne colorway is All Nighter. This Nocturne colorway is Road to Nowhere, and then this Nocturne colorway is Brown Sugar. So these two are really similar. I actually thought they were the same color when I first opened it. And I hope that you guys can see this and that it's not too glary. If not, if it is all glary, then I will take a picture and add it in. But that's what I got. It was an impulsive purchase. I don't really regret it, especially based off the Metamorphic. So, you know. Next up is my Akara Rose. What was it called? Was it Akara Rose Winter Solstice Countdown Box? So it's 12 days plus a full braid or a 4-ounce braid. So this is how it's packaged. I already opened number 1 and peeked at it because I was having a bad day and so I wanted to look at it. So here it is. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I guess 12 days before winter solstice would be like the 9th or something, which would be Monday. So I don't know if I'm gonna try to spin every day until then. And these are little like 1-ounce bumps. But yeah, I might try to spin every day for 12 days before the winter solstice. At first I wasn't planning to, but I am deciding to take it easy on myself and not pressure myself a bunch to do gift knits this year. I already made my sister something for her birthday, which is in December. I made my oldest niece socks, which for her birthday, which was like the end of November. Let me set this down. And a lot of people that I make gifts for, like a lot of my family, they don't actually use the things I make them. So like, I don't know why I stress myself out and burn myself out making gifts when they're not really, I don't know if I would say they're not appreciated. To me, it feels that way because if someone made me something, or when people have made me things in the past, like it's like the nicest gift in my opinion because someone took all that time. But yeah, so I'm gonna make my niece these mitts. I'm gonna make some mitts for my little nephew, and then probably weave my dad some dish towels because he uses the dish towels I make. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Oh, and I got coffee with eggnog in it. I will see you next time. Bye.